So a few years ago, Dell released the OptiPlex 7070 Ultra. And I absolutely love that idea because it kind of reimagined how an AIO PC should be. It's very accessible if you want to upgrade too. So for this time, Dell released the new OptiPlex 7090 Ultra, and Dell pretty much took the same idea, did some update on it, and that's about it. So let's see what's new. So out of the box, the OptiPlex 7090 Ultra is pretty simple. It comes with everything necessary for you to get started with, particularly this thing, the monitor stand and the base. And also, of course, this OptiPlex 7090 Ultra to fit inside this stand as well. And from what I remember, the overall design is kind of identical to the OptiPlex 7070 Ultra, and it is still using this monitor here that's only compatible with some of Dell's monitor, if not all. I can't remember properly, but its installation process is very simple, and the OptiPlex 7090 Ultra just fits here in this void here. But like what we mentioned earlier, this device is easily upgradable. So what we can do here is slide it off like this, then take off this panel, and then we can get access to every single hardware in here. Most of it is soldered to the motherboard, but we can change the Wi-Fi chip if you want to. The M.2 2230 SSD is also accessible, and double sold-in RAM slots is also accessible. And again, it's pretty reminiscent of those Intel NUC set-top boxes kind of situation here, where you can access parts of it to upgrade. As for the ports, I would also still say it's pretty much identical to the OptiPlex 7070 Ultra. Just that all of the Thunderbolt 3 ports has now been upgraded to Thunderbolt 4. So we still get a USB Type-C port, Thunderbolt port at the side here, USB Type-A with 10 gigs, and then DisplayPort, double USB-A ports more here. This is two ports with the, what's that, sleep power on or smart power on feature. I can't remember exactly what it is. If you connect your keyboard and mouse to these two USB-A ports, then you can turn on this PC using your keyboard and mouse. And then you also get Ethernet port, power jack, another USB-C port, and that's about it. It's pretty simple in terms of ports, but I would presume that if you're gonna use this thing, you're gonna pair it with a Thunderbolt monitor because it's just very handy. You can just power this entire setup using one single cable, but only if your monitor can output 90 watts through Thunderbolt port. Okay, so for the specs of this thing, this is the base version of this whole setup with an SSD built in instead of a hard disk, because I don't know why. There is a hard disk option for this thing, and I don't even know where you're gonna mount it. So the one that we have here comes with an Intel Core i5-1145G7, which is a rare chip since most of the other devices that we tested comes with 1135G7, 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and also 256 gigs of M.2 2230 SSD. So it's kind of rare to find those SSD form factors. In terms of performance, well, if you're buying a device like this, I think you're just aiming for a clean desk setup with minimal clutter, and you're not gonna use it for any sort of gaming. Let's just be real here. What I can think of is that maybe a stockbroker who just wants a lot of displays, then yeah, you can make use of that Thunderbolt 4 port, daisy chain a few more monitors, and then you can just have a very clean setup with minimal cables to hook it up with all of your displays. And I mean, this kind of device is quite niche. Whether or not this device is for your own use case, well, that's up for you to judge, and you can actually buy this whole thing if you want to. But the price of this thing though is a little bit insane. It's originally at 6,257.51, but it's now going for, what's the price again? 3,667.51 on Dell's official website. And I also have to highlight that this price doesn't come with a monitor. You will still need to buy another Dell monitor to use this OptiPlex 7090 Ultra with that Dell monitor to enjoy that minimalist setup. So at the end of the day, the use case of the OptiPlex 7090 Ultra, well, it does come with a V Pro as well, so it is definitely for enterprise at this point. I mean, for this entire product. Even for us here, I would say it's very usable since that we can have a Dell monitor here, hook it up to this OptiPlex 7090 Ultra, then maybe let one of our writers use it because they don't need any high performance parts just to write the script for our video. And I will also say that if they'll make a different variant of the OptiPlex 1790 Ultra, maybe integrate it into the Inspiron series or whatever and bundle along with a monitor, then it will also be a very feasible idea for schools or maybe home users, and you can also enjoy this kind of clean setup. So please Dell, if you are listening, please make it cheaper and also bundle a monitor. Make it Inspiron series or whatever. That would be nice. So yeah, that's it. And if you have any questions about the OptiPlex 1790 Ultra, do leave them down in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Here's how you install it, by the way. Clean.